You know, a lot of books, if you really want to feel happy, a lot of books don't start in the happiest place. You know, you want the hero or the heroine to sort of start in a bad place and eventually work themselves up. All Day Breakfast is the story of Peter Giller, and he is a substitute teacher specializing in science in a small town in Nebraska. And his wife has just died 6 months before of cancer, leaving him with his two little kids, Josie and Ray, who are 7 and 9, and basically avoiding carcinogens is basically their reason for being at this point. His life has to get better from this point. But it just gets worse because he takes a grade 11 chemistry class on a field trip to a plastics factory, and very mysteriously the pipe bursts and they're all covered in this mysterious kind of viscous pink goo. Which they all get cleaned up at the factory, everything seems to be fine, but then on the bus home, all of them start jonesing for like bacon and cheeseburgers and Slim Jims, and they want to stop at the 7-Eleven all the time to get whatever meat products they can. And even Peter himself is sort of feeling the pull towards these things. From then on, they go home and weird things just start to happen to them. They start to lose limbs, which they can then staple back on. They all have these voracious cravings for bacon, and their houses start to get burned down. Kids start to get run over by cars, so then they head back to the factory, and that sort of starts them on a quest across America to figure out why this happened and how to get better so they can get on with their lives. Since his wife passed away, he's terrified for his kids, he's terrified for himself. You know, his dad has passed away and his mother's in really bad shape. She has Parkinson's. So he's just sort of, the walls of mortality, as it were, sort of seem to be crumbling around him. So he's sort of better off in that, you know, he can survive like gunshots, he can survive being hit by cars, but at the same time, it's completely out of his control as to whether his arms or his legs or his jaw will fall off at any given moment. And all those things do happen to him. And it is very tongue-in-cheek in that, you know, he just has to be completely deadpan about this, right? If this is your situation and your leg falls off, then, you know, you just have to go and find a staple gun or, you know, a bolt and a couple of hammers, and you just do your best. Well, and I think the zombies, with having a zombie protagonist, it's a really workable metaphor for anything that people are grappling with. You know, if you've got any kind of disability, if you feel, you know, trodden down by anything, then sort of, you know, subclass of society, then, you know, you consider yourself a zombie and you have to rise above, stick it to the man, as it were.